Welcome back to Dockside Travel, where it's the final day on the Celebrity Equinox, and we take in everything we can on our last day. Then we give you our honest review of the entire experience. No holds barred. Stay tuned to the end where we share an important disembarkation tip that could save you a lot of agony. What are you doing?
Enjoying the ocean for the last day. We spent our last morning taking in some outdoor activities. We were going to try some basketball, but the sports court was busy. So we decided to head up to the lawn club for a little bocce ball action. As always, the game got competitive, but in the end, the better player won.
After Melanie narrowly squeaked out the win in bocce ball, it was time for some table tennis, where Melanie wasn't doing so good, so I offered to play with my wrong hand. It was still the same result.
After lunch, I decided to relax on our balcony and take in as many of those beautiful ocean views as I could on our last day before heading home.
While Melanie was enjoying her happy place, I decided to try a little movie trivia in the Sky Lounge.
Movie number 8. From which movie is Lucy and Henry? That is number 18. And what is the title of?
Well, I got 35 out of 40 on the trivia. But there was a team that got 40 out of 40 and another one that got 39 out of 40. Better luck next time. If Melanie was with me, she might have got those two.
Pool deck really starts to slow down at about 5 o'clock. It's a good time to hop in the hot tub if you got time. I got my bags pretty much packed. Put it by the door for tonight. Melanie's gonna grab us a couple of drinks from the pool bar. Last night of the cruise. And we're gonna get in the hot tub for a little while. Have a couple drinks before we go to dinner. Enjoy the sunset behind us.
I'm enjoying the last few hours of our...
The sun is setting and the lights are coming on around the pool.
We're sucking every last minute of daylight.
We're trying to get every moment in before the trip ends. And we
We're going
hit,
to spend all day tomorrow at the airport.
but it's been a good cruise.
It has been. What has been your highlight? What would you say?
On this cruise, my highlight has been spending 10 days with you. What has been your highlight?
Okay, so I'm supposed to say spending time with you.
Yes.
But I have very much enjoyed the fact that it's been 10 days. So there's something very gratifying about looking forward and knowing you have many more days ahead. So when you're looking at booking cruises, I think one of the things you need to think about is the cost of 1 more day, 2 more days, 3 more days, and really thinking about, can you manage that? And if you can, there's something very gratifying about having a chunk of time to spend in a cruise. I don't feel like every day you need to visit all the things, do all the things, see all the things. You really get a chance to find a nice balance of things you want to do and things you should do because you want to visit those venues. So I think 10 days for us is the right number so far.
This was definitely a good cruise, 10 days.
Yeah.
Some great ports. First time in Martinique, which was nice.
Yeah.
So let's do your top 3 things that you enjoyed about the cruise and 3 things that you think that could be done a little better.
Okay. I think Celebrity by far does service very, very well. They do, people are very kind. The servers are very kind. They take a lot of pride in their work, and it's very evident. The ship is super clean. The ship is super organized. People really value their work, and that comes across. That would be my number one. Number two is food. The food is fantastic. Every venue we've been at, we have not been disappointed at all in any of the food. And number three has been the value for money. I think we paid the right amount for the kind of food we've had. I've very much appreciated the extra level of attention, and I feel like we have paid the right amount for what we have gotten.
So the three things that I really liked about cruise was, number one was this itinerary.
Yeah,
I enjoyed
definitely.
the 5
That's a good
ports,
point.
and Antigua, Barbados, St. Lucia, Martinique, and St. Kitts. 5 great ports.
We haven't overly visited them either.
Second time for all of them except first time in Martinique, and we did an excursion there, which was great. So my second one would be the dining. Great, whether it's the main dining room in the Ocean View Cafe, which is their buffet offering, or the specialty dining. And we bought a specialty dining package on a really good deal this time, and that was definitely good value for money. And so, I think the dining overall has been really good. The third thing I'll say about this Celebrity, and for us, for me in particular, but I think us, is the Solstice class ships. They're about the right size. They're not too big.
That's a good point.
And we're familiar with the layout.
Yep.
In terms of, they're all very similar.
Yep.
Lots of activities, outdoor activities, which we really enjoy. Outdoor spaces, and having space outside that you're not crammed with thousands and thousands of people. So
I agree. Yep.
Okay, so what would you say are your things that you would think
I don't
they
know
could
if I
improve?
could come out with 3. I think there's a little bit less staff, and we probably would never have noticed it.
So I'll build on that one. I'll say that my number one thing that could have been better was the number of staff on board to serve. Bar service in particular is where you noticed it around all the bars, and the Cafe El Baccio. From the Celebrity experience that we had 6 months ago and a year ago, and we're familiar with in the past, you would, wherever you were, you would find more of the servers coming around, checking to see if you needed a drink or a coffee or anything. And there's less of that. Around the pool deck, there are less of the pool attendants, it's obvious. And in terms of trying to
But
keep...
only because we have sailed here recently.
If you hadn't sailed on Celebrity before, you would not have noticed it. But we've sailed recently. We've done 4 Celebrity cruises in the last 12 months. And this ship, so the same ship-to-ship comparison. And, as Celebrity loyalists, we still think it's absolute great value for money, great service, great food. We have more Celebrity cruises booked.
I think that entertainment could be a little bit more to some of the venues that we really appreciate, Quasar and Celebrity Central, Sky Observation Lounge. Those have been noticeably less busy on this cruise, and in the past they have been busier.
I agree 100%. And a lot of the great venues on the Equinox in particular, the Quasar Lounge is
Quasar
underutilized.
has been empty.
It used to be a place where they would have had karaoke and discos and dances.
Utilize those venues a little better.
And the Sky Observation Lounge here on the Equinox it's huge, particularly compared to the Reflection.
It's been empty most nights.
It's been empty. We went again last night to look and see if there was anything. We checked there most nights, and again, if you're trying to find something they could do differently or better, that's probably it. Anything else that you would see?
No, I can't think of anything at all. We very much love Celebrity, are happy to come back, are coming back, will come back, will continue to come back. Celebrity at night outside is very much something. You should make sure you get outside when you're on board. It was getting time for dinner, so we got cleaned up and headed out to the main dining room.
had a dream the other night, and I had the week that came from hell. I wanna live with you, yeah. It's been a long day without you, my friend. Slip away when I was just a kid, I heard it say.
Good morning. It's disembarkation day and we're getting ready to get off the Equinox. Just a little tip, we go through and we check all of the drawers to make sure that there's nothing left behind. Ooh, us. Check every one of the drawers to make sure everything is empty. And one of the tricky ones is the safe, because the safe has this piece of carpet and you need to lift that out because we have left behind a credit card once upon a time, many cruises ago. Just check and make sure there's nothing in there, nothing on top of your safe, and just to go through all your drawers. Make sure there's nothing in any of your drawers as you're getting off the ship. Oh, look at this. It's a good thing I'm on the ball.
What's credit card?
And just to check above your beds as well, and all your cupboards and under the bed.
That wraps up our series on the Celebrity Equinox. Next up for us is the Celebrity Beyond and our Family Feud cruise. We'd like to thank you for joining us at Dockside Travel. Please hit that thumbs up icon and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out. Thanks for watching.